Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Submission Kings. Winner takes all four in the City of Gold, Johannesburg, South Africa. It's time now for a fan favorite, the Quintet 5-on-5 team versus team event, proudly brought to you by Proton, South Africa. Representing the blue corner for the Proton X50, led by Tian Gerber. Please welcome Team Proton X50. All right, ladies and gentlemen, representing the orange corner of the Proton X70, led by Dallas Jacoby. Please welcome Team Proton X70. Your referee, Brandon Nordia.
Got to say that this quintet gets me very excited. Two very well-matched teams. I played a lot. We obviously had guys come in and guys come out. First up, let's see Nathan Thorne coming out for Team X70 and Carl Fritz for Team X50. Interesting
bit of a
matchup.
size difference there.
Yeah. So interestingly, there's always two variable strategies here. Send out the smallest guy first or send out the biggest guy first. And this one, each team has gone with the same option. Your teammate here, Steph Nathan Thorne, we know what he brings. Carl Fritz is a pressure guy. Strong as an ox. Gonna be very interesting, this.
Both men with the pressure here. So we'll see who brings it more.
Yeah. Very, very interesting physical matchup here.
What advice would you give to a smaller player in this situation?
Get on top and stay on top.
Fair enough.
That would be my best advice. Obviously, I mean, like, and Nate, any opportunity to get on the leg, I would say, against a bigger guy. Carl Fritz working on that guillotine, and it's high pace all out from the beginning here.
Nate tried to wrestle up there.
Yeah, and Nate very confident in his wrestling against a bigger guy, which is very impressive to see. But this is where Carl's going to start to look to affect his game. Take a handbrake there on the ankle and start to get towards his back, break him down. Carl Fritz very strong on the back attack. Nate wise to it. But, you know, against a bigger guy, this is where you don't want to be, Steph.
That's it. So, at the bottom, all this pressure.
And also, this is a quintet format. It's team on team, 5-on-5. If one of these guys gets a submission, the next opponent comes in. So one submission here, especially early on, changes the whole game for these guys. And they'll be conscious of that. Both guys will be looking to put on a performance. Nate has been on our mat before. He had the fight of the night against Abdel Ghani. Carl Fritz has been chomping at the bit to get on here. Gets his first opportunity with the quintet setup. Nate working on a leg entry there. Carl wise to it. This is Carl Fritz's game. Good crossface, heavy pressure.
And typically this would be in Nate's as well, but obviously with the pressure and size difference here, he's looking for the legs too.
Looking at the teams physically, obviously, if Nate can hold out to a draw, he's done his team he's done a good job for his team here. He'd be expected to. Okay, now Carl working for the back attack. Like I was saying, is looking at that good breakdown position here from Fritz. One hook in. Gordon Ryan-esque. Looking to take the back. Oh, and he's in on the choke there.
Oh, very
deep trouble for Nate.
Oh, well
and he's
done
out.
on Nate. Good
Gutted it out
composure.
there. Very well done. And I was saying, so Nate's up against it, and when you're up against it in the quintet, if you can survive and knock both guys out, you've done your team a service, you know. So
That's
all
it.
pressure on Carl Fritz here, isolating an arm, looking for a Kimura.
Oh, good transition into side there. Nate's got to watch this
arm.
arm.
Isolated that arm. Now he's looking to step over the head.
Beautiful
escape. Carl went a little bit quickly. I think the pressure got to him. He was hunting that submission too hard. Didn't secure that arm. Looking to step over.
Back into the half guard position here. Nate looking for that butterfly.
And again, Fritz on the arm isolation. You know, with a bigger guy on top in a half guard position, you're always gonna hunt that arm. You feel like you can get it and control it a little bit easier. But Nate is staying sound defensively into the mount, and this is Carl Fritz's world. I think I mentioned this to you earlier. You'll expect Fritz to look for the mount,
Trying
and he's
to.
going to start to look to transition to the back. You can see that left knee getting up towards Nathan's head there.
And as you said, it's a strategy thing here. If Nate can run out the clock against a bigger opponent, then that's 2 pieces off of the board.
Sure. It keeps the score at 0-0, more importantly. So let's see what Fritz does here. Great elevation here from Nathan, and he's coming out. Man, I've got to say, Nathan's defense is looking very, very sharp here.
Absolutely.
And pressure starting to mount on these guys as the clock runs down.
Going against a much larger opponent and being put in multiple submission attempts is very good defense, very good escapes.
Sure.
And that's Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Al.
Carl back onto the side control, good crossface. He's got that wrist-on-wrist grip there, and start to look for, expect him to come back to the mount now. You can see he's coming up higher, knee on belly.
Heavy crossface
Yeah,
there.
it's going to get very uncomfortable. Looking for that head wrap. Gets the head wrap, and now he's going to start to look. Oh, Nathan, very, very quick onto his side. Shout out to the Gracie defense systems there. Steph, is that what you're saying?
Yes, just had to plug that.
Looking for the knee slice pass. Again goes Carl Fritz.
Oh, good scrambles.
I'm really impressed with
Beautiful.
Nathan's wrestling and his confidence to go after it as a call back onto that breakdown position now. I think he's got one hook in. We'll look to get that. Oh, onto the neck
quick
straight
shot
away.
to the neck there.
Tap. Oh, 1-0 Team X50. Carl Fritz stays in. Nathan Thorne is out. They've got a 90-second break here to catch their breaths. We're going to see who they're going to send in next. Looks like Lance here coming in for Team X70, and this is going to be a massive matchup. Nathan, got 90 seconds, boy.
That was a solid battle there, Al.
Yeah, and interestingly there, just a small sniff for Carl Fritz, and he took full advantage of it. I mean, Nathan was holding up defensively sound, just left his hands down and his neck unprotected for half a second, and Carl pounced on it. But I think Nathan was looking very, very strong there. 59 seconds left on the clock there. Team X70 sending out the brown belt, very well experienced, very strong Lance Kier, who is the best at CrossFit in the world, as you can see.
And he's flexing for it. Yes, he can hear us.
Yeah, so this physically matches up now. Let's see what they've got. So, advantage Team X50, it makes things interesting. Lance's instruction is going to have to be from his team here to go get a submission, get one back. Fritz has put himself in a good position here. All right, let's take a look at the replay of the last one. It's just a small sniff, and Carl Fritz got on the neck immediately. He had one hook in, just that pure strength when you're a bigger guy.
This is it, Al.
This
is it.
One hook in, physical attributes winning that one for Carl Fritz, and a killer instinct. Okay, a few seconds left before we get going. Okay, time's on, time's on. Carl Fritz versus Lance Kier, advantage Team X50, X70 looking to get back into it here. I'm excited for this one. Lance Kier is also one of the guys who's been around for a hell of a long time. He's been a brown belt a long time, he's been grappling a long time. Like I said, he's immensely strong. Fritz looking for the hip toss. Whoa.
Oh, almost off the stage there.
Two big guys.
That's what you can expect from the big guys.
Fritz is looking a little bit tired, I must be honest.
On the single.
Oh, looking for the dump. Oh, little inside trip from Lance Kier.
Oh, inside trips right back.
Oh! Now Fritz are looking to slow it down, top half position. Lance was trying to frame very strong, and then almost
Going
onto the Kimura. I think Lance needs to step over that head to really finish it there. Yeah, good defense by Fritz, staying calm under pressure. Lance
Ooh,
really
back to
needed,
the other arm.
really need to step over the head to finish that. And now Carl Fritz catching his breath. Pressure on here for Lance. You know, he's got to get one back for his team. Fritz can take his time, but he's got a long 4 minutes, 50 seconds still to go. You can see the physical strength of Lance Gear coming through.
The CrossFit strength. Oh, on the neck there.
Yeah, that's a heavy chin strap there from Lance Gear.
You can see Fritz is not too happy about it.
Yeah.
The grimace in the face.
Okay. His team calling for the arm in guillotine. Interesting that they've asked to go back to the arm in guillotine there. Fritz just staying defensively sound for now, not giving up too much. Good opportunity for him to catch his breath as well.
Especially after almost going the full round for the previous one.
Yeah. Oh, Fritz is going to give up his back here.
Bounces a hook in.
Oh,
Onto the back.
deep waters here for Carl Fritz. Deep, deep, deep waters. Doing the right things, not giving him an angle, turning his chin, turning back away from the choke, but oh, it's going to get nasty here now. Lance Gear trying to switch sides on the rear naked choke there. Big smile from Lance Gear.
Oh,
Okay, it looks he's high up on a mount position now, but for the most part, Carl Fritz is going to be pretty safe here. If he goes flat, he's going to give up his back. He's trying to trap a leg on that side and get up onto his knees. Accept the mount position from there. See the difference in the physical strength now. Lance Gear impossibly strong.
is this a weightlifting advantage?
Yeah, it's oh, well done there, Carl Fritz. Coming
Very
back out
good.
to the open guard position. Oh, Carl looking for a triangle there. The way he had that leg up there could also give up a pressure pass, and I think that's going to be Lance Gear's game all day.
You can see it's always like pressure and looking for the arms. Lots of a Kimura attempts from Lance. Very nice.
Carl Fritz feeling it now. Just on Carl, he's had a bit of an elbow problem he's been dealing with for a while, so hasn't had the prep he would have liked, but that's how it goes in the sport, I'm afraid. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, you know, you don't get the prep you want, but he's been working really, really hard.
And he's done well.
Yeah. Looks to be in deep trouble here again. Really toughening it out, fighting the hands well is Carl Fritz. Lance Gear.
Lance desperate to get the win back for his team.
I think Fritz is going to turn in here now. There we go.
He's almost there. The crowd is going absolutely wild for this escape.
It seems like Carl has kind of accepted to try and get to the draw here. You know, he's been attacked after attack after attack, and he's kind of just hanging it on. We've got a lot in the bank here. We've still got Dallas Jacoby, Sean Combrink, and Tal Bugar on Team X70. Well done, Carl Fritz. For Team X50, we've still got a full lineup. Tion Gerber, Carl Lundy, Rowan Budlender, Christian Dier still to come.
A little bit of a change of position here. We've got Fritz on top.
Attacking an arm. If I was Carl here, slow it down, get that top position, settle down.
Lots of pressure. Half guard position.
Yeah, good work here
Trying
from
to
Carl
get-
Fritz. I'd like to see Carl get that head a little bit tighter. There we go, as I say it. Much better. Lance quite comfortable there again, looking for that Kimura trap. And Carl Fritz's left arm.
And
Carl's
he's-
got to be careful of standing up and giving up that leg. Very, very deep half position, as I was saying that.
You're
Carl's gotta be
calling it,
careful,
Al. You're
yeah.
calling it.
Okay. Now Carl getting instruction there from Warren King right in his corner. And Carl Fritz into the mount.
Amazing. Onto the mount position after
40
defending for
seconds
so
to
long.
hold on here, and he's going to really put his team in a great position. Interesting to see who comes out next for each team. It's going to be very interesting.
Fighting the hands. They're trying to isolate the arm.
20 seconds to go, and this has been a massive performance from Carl Fritz for Proton Team X50. He's got 10 seconds now to just hold on. No, and he's still going for the submission.
Lance staring up at him, smiling.
Ah,
And
well done, Carl
done.
Fritz. Put his team in a massive position to win this one. Great performance. One submission and one stall against a very dangerous opponent from Team X70. Well done, Fritzo.
Good effort by both men. Lots of action.
Team X70 sending out the heaviest man on the team next. It looks like Sean Combrink from Team X50, young Christian Deere. CYD. Oh, that happens to all of us.
So
Okay, a big physical difference here again.
once again, as you mentioned, smaller guy needs to get top position.
Christian Deere, a guy who's recently changed camps for the purpose of more competition and improving his competition skill set. So a big opportunity for him here to represent his team 2P Jiu-Jitsu from Durban and really up against a really big guy, Sean Combrink.
2P really representing tonight. Quite
Yeah,
a few members.
Started off with one, ended up with three. But yeah, really nice guys. If you're down in Durban, check them out, 2P Jiu-Jitsu. Really small little gym that's really blossomed into something special. Great attitude, great philosophy on Jiu-Jitsu, really good guys. Oh, Christian Deere attacking that arm.
Oh, and Sean gets out of it.
Yeah, I think he rushed the submission there. Should have gone for that top block, settled into it. It's against a bigger guy. When you're attacking arms on a big guy, you got to be patient. I mean, they can muscle out of things that you normally wouldn't expect. So.
Seems so unfair, but Sean's on top now. Heavy pressure from the side.
Christian doing the right things with the frames. But again, if you look at Sean's position here, like he's really long and he's really heavy. Yeah, he's got to get up on his toes if he really wants to get the pressure. But definitely the long arms is... These kind of DAS chokes seem to appear from nowhere. You can see he's setting it up now.
Oh, he's got a
that's
shallow one going in
Christian
deeper there.
Fighting the hands there.
Christian definitely trying his best, 2-on-1 on the choking arm, but with Sean's pressure.
Very tough from here. Very tough from here for Christian Deere against a really
You can
big
see
guy.
Christian trying to keep hold of that leg there as well, but I don't know how long from this position he can hold it.
Yeah, you can see Sean's trying to muscle it out. I don't think he's got a complete connection there, you know. He feels he's the bigger guy, he's just trying to kind of sprawl out on it. I think he should, Christian looks okay there.
Yeah.
He looks okay. I think
Still
he's
got a bit of space.
Trap. Yeah, you see, he's got a trap with that right leg. Christian still seems okay, still doing all the right things. You can see Sean starting to follow him now. But yeah, giving up on it.
And
interestingly, giving up on that.
well defended.
Well done, Christian Deere. And again, we look at that situation tactically. You've got a small guy against a really big opponent, the biggest guy from, I think, actually in the whole quintet. So let's see what Christian Deere does here. Again, a draw for Christian Deere is a win for his team. They're one up. So all pressure on Sean Combrink to get one back here.
And as the bigger opponent, we would expect that. That should be a possibility.
He was fed out heavy on the mount, pops up a little bit, giving Christian a bit of breathing space. So he's got one underhook on the far side, 3 minutes left to work here. I was going to say, I'm surprised we're not seeing a heavy crossface, bigger crossface from Sean Combrink. Still not. It's almost like he's too long now.
Yes.
It's kind of weird, like he's now working on an Ezekiel choke, which is bold.
Well, you just mentioned the long arms.
Yeah.
It could be
Seem to
possible.
just keep coming. Christian staying defensively sound. You can see the Proton, Team Proton at the back there. We've got the marketing manager from CMH, as well as Taryn from Proton looking anxious on as her teams do battle. Two minutes, just on 2 minutes 10 seconds now for both of these guys. One looking to get one back for his team and one just looking to survive, I think, right now.
Back to the mat. Back to the mat. flat, Christian, flatten out. Don't let him get that arm through.
Very, very interesting here. Sean Combrick going to start to feel the pressure now to get that one back for his team.
Christian's team telling him to get his back to the mat. Obviously, you don't want Sean taking his back.
Yeah, the thing is, you're going to go back or you're going to go mount. Those are going to be your options. I think if he goes flat here, it's going to be very uncomfortable, which is where it's headed. I'd like to see Christian come back up onto his knees. Yeah, Sean getting across his mouth, making it nasty. And now he's in deep trouble. The angle's not great there for the rear naked. Christian doing all the right thing. He really pushed an elbow off.
Well done by Christian.
Oh, he stayed nice and calm. He's got the frames. You see, he's framing up on the hips, but he's got to get up onto the side as well and start to try and find. Those legs are so long. In the mount position, he should be trying to trap on those legs and come out. It's very good there.
Sean doing a good job of keeping his arms up high as well.
Sean can come higher up now on that mount with those arms across his chest like that from Christian there. But he's actually sitting on, okay, now he's gone up. He was sitting on the hips of Christian, which makes it quite dangerous in the mount position. Christian can bump from there and off-balance him quite easily. We're back into the same kind of position. Just over 30 seconds left to go here. Oh, and Sean back onto that neck again. Christian's quite low.
Christian's just got to ride this out.
25 seconds for Christian to survive here.
Grip fighting till the end.
I think he's going to survive here.
Shoulders to the mat.
Yeah, and he's come up into the
guard.
close guard.
Into the guard.
A Hail Mary attempt here from Sean Combring. 5 seconds. Oh, and that is massive for Team X50 there.
Good on Christian, riding that out to the end with all of the pressure.
Great performance, Christian there. Dallas team captain Dallas Jacoby coming up next for Team X70. It looks like Rowan Budlender, South Africa's newest black belt from Durban, onto the mat. It's a Durban versus Durban affair here. Dallas Jacoby, the former EFC champion, against South Africa's newest black belt, Rowan Budlender. Interesting matchup here.
So Jacoby's got an MMA background.
Yes, very long, extensive. He was an EFC champion, been doing it a long time. He was very well known for his ground and pound. Rowan also out of Tupi Jiu-Jitsu now, who's just also moved camp. And a guy like Dallas, you definitely want to get on top because that's where he excels.
And great takedown there.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about a guy like Rowan, he changed camps and got his black belt. Those of you that know Rowan, he's been a brown belt for many years. He's been grappling for well over 15 years now. Dallas setting up that top lock position. You know, you get your black belt, you get the call up to come here last minute for a quintet. You wanna prove your belt in a way. You know, you want to make sure everybody knows that you've earned that belt the right way. And he's got a good opportunity here against a massive name like Dallas Jacoby.
Absolutely, and here we can see just that half guard position. He's trying to hook the inside of the leg there.
One thing about Dallas, his choke, his go-to choke, he's quite well known for, is called the ninja choke. And he's got a modified version that he uses for himself. Obviously, he's got a very strong build, we'll say. Unconventional submissions. He's obviously got physical gifts that a lot of us don't, us mere mortals. So yeah, expect to see strange setups from Dallas. He has his own little system. I'd like to see him get that knee back inside there from that position.
Really being held down tight.
Yeah. And if you see, okay, Rowan's changing now, but if you see he's on his toes, hips are up, head down, pressure's on, now looking for that mount on the knee slide there across the belly. See, Dallas can kip a little bit and get that. It's his left knee inside.
Oh.
Good posture here from Rowan Budlender, making himself very heavy.
And Rowan just so good at knowing when the knee's coming in for that regarding position.
Yeah, I think Dallas is going to have to find a way to get that knee on the inside, try and make some space. Rowan's very comfortable on that double king style position. Gable grip, crossface, good framing now from Dallas. He can make it really uncomfortable.
He's trying to get that crossface,
Yeah.
but there's a good frame in there by Dallas. He's refusing
Yeah.
to allow that to happen. You can see Rowan trying to push on the elbow there, remove it.
So I like to see Dallas get that forearm. There we go. More under the neck, make it really uncomfortable for Rowan.
And the
And
knees
there he
in.
gets the regard. Well done, Dallas. He's got one butterfly in there. I'd like to see him. Yeah, he's going to trap that on the overhook. And again, pressure on Team X70 here for Dallas. You know, a draw at this point is just not good enough. He's got to knock somebody out, you know, get one back. They've saved Talbugar for the back end here, and we've still got Carl Lundy and Tion Gerber still to come. So a lot of heavy hitters left back here. So it's going to be very interesting. Dallas looking for a guillotine attempt there quickly. 2 minutes 30 to go. Captain of the team, Dallas Jacoby, needs to find inroads and the submission. Got 2 minutes 20 now left to work.
If you were Dallas, would you try break out of this guard position and go for top position, especially because
100%.
that's typically his game?
100%. I'm definitely looking to try, and he's going to try get under there. Try find a sweep, try get on top, try force a scramble. You know, let's see how Rowan scrambles. You can see his jiu-jitsu is very sound. Let's see how he wrestles and how he scrambles. I mean, we saw his inside trip here. It was beautiful. But I'd like to see him. He's in control here, you know. But again, in the setting, there's no rush for Rowan to advance. They've got the advantage. They've got one submission. They've got an extra guy in the bank. So he's calm here, you know. He's relaxed. All emphasis is on Dallas. It requires energy. It requires finding a submission. So it's a lot of pressure on Dallas Jacoby here. See, as Rowan postures up like that, I think there's an opportunity there. Now Dallas looking. Oh, and he's past the guard. Very nice pass, and he's going to look to get that double king style position again. Crossface, gable grip.
Dallas trying to re-guard again here.
Again, look at Rowan. When his bum's up, his head down. Big framing coming from Dallas Jacoby here. 1 minute left to work. Pressure on. Dallas Jacoby. Pressure's on.
And Rowan just with a tight lock on the body there, frame, regardless of the frame.
Yeah, so in that double king position where he's trying to try to go back, okay, he was trying to get back there now. In that side control, crossface, good gable grip, pressure's on, and he's doing everything right. He's doing like resting basics right. His bum goes up, his head goes down. He's on his toes, he keeps the pressure on, and a good knee slice posture. He's used this a few times now. Very solid on that knee slice, and he's going to look to get. See, Dallas is aware of it now. He's trying to keep a frame in, but it's just no good going there. Now he's going to try to trap a leg. See again. Bums
Knee on
up,
belly.
heads high into the mount. Very good system here from Rowan Budlender.
And it's the same thing that's worked.
Okay, well, it looks like we're headed to another draw, which keeps Team X50 in the running here.
Oh, so close.
So up to Talbugar now. He'll have Carl Lundy to deal with first, and then Tion Gerber. If you don't know, Talbugar I said to him earlier, is becoming the king of the quintet. He's featured on a few quintets now. One of the old school guys, Mark Robinson's guys, he has been grappling for longer than I think most of us have even known about jiu-jitsu. Carl Lundy coming out of Cornerstone Jiu-Jitsu. It's the same camp. Lloyd Griffith, which is Luke Griffith's dad. And you know, this is a really game competitor, but he's going to deal with a very old school, intense grappling Talbugar here. Very wrestling heavy based, great on the leg locks, especially like the straight ankles, those kind of things. And Tal working straight into it.
Straight
and
to the
he is
legs.
vicious when he gets on the legs, man. Physically strong.
I'm excited to see some wrestling here, Al.
Taliban, Talbugar, making his presence felt as he does. Oh! And this is the danger here for Carl Lundy against a guy like Talbugar. And I like that Carl's got the freedom here, you know, his team's one up. He's a really, really tough opponent, so he can really be experimental here. He can really go after things, you know. They've still got Tian Gerber to come. Interesting to note, we tried to set up actually Tian Gerber versus Talbuga. There were some problems early on, then both guys were, well, one wasn't available, one was available, and then both became available again. So it looks like we might still get that matchup tonight if it so ends that way. Obviously, Talbuga would need to get through Carl Lundy first. If Carl Lundy survives here, it's a win for Team X50.
So this is really the high-stake match.
Yep. Deep on the guillotine.
Oh, amen. And he's following.
Carl, suicide roll onto his back, and I think he's going to come out. Oh, and Talbuga cinching it up again. That is looking nasty, nasty, nasty now.
Very tight by Tal. Good control, kept the position regardless of all the rolling out.
Carl staying calm.
And he seems calm.
Very calm now.
And he's out of it. Tal just reconnecting the hands every opportunity. Stuffing the head.
The same table getting another shot tonight.
I mean, has it got a target on its back?
Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, the 8-man final between Kevin Koch and Davi Alankar, followed by a historic women's title fight, the ladies flyweight fight up next. Yeah, everything to fight for here.
And the gents are being reset in the middle of the stage. Much to the delight of the table.
Carlo, little X-guard on the feet there.
Oh, butterfly hook in, going for a leg.
Nice little leg entry here from Carlundi. Very good leg entry there from Carlundi.
Oh, Tal in a bit of danger
You
here.
see he's clearing that knee line. I think he's going to come out there now.
There we go, slowly but surely he's out.
Like I say, Tyler's been doing this a long time. Stayed very calm, cleared the knee line, got out.
Standing on the leg there, Al.
Yeah, that's my go-to strategy with leg lockers as well. I don't want to lie. You use a Toriando pass, kill one leg off and see what comes up.
Noted. And they're back on the feet.
You can ask Carl Fritz about that. That's how I try and pass his guard. Not that it ever works, but we try nonetheless. Carl Lundy looking for a little outside leg trip there, or at least faked it for a bit of an off balance. Carl feeling a bit tired, getting a bit tired there. You know, Tal does this very forward, heavy head pressure, comes forward on the collar ties, very physically strong. And there's nothing worse when you're backpedaling like this with a guy heavy on the collar ties.
So tiring.
It's so tiring. But again, pressure on Talbuga, 1 minute 40 to get one back for his team. If he doesn't get a submission here, it's all but over.
Trying to go for the Kimura.
Carl wise to it. And I got to say, Carl Lundy, blossoming blue belt, if we can put it that way. Talbuga, the old dog, nice little hip lock pass there.
And very well done considering a blossoming blue belt.
Yeah, I guess a legend of grappling in the country, a long time brown belt. Should probably really be, I don't know what sort of training he's doing these days, but should probably be a black belt by now. He's been around for ages, man. And the old school Mark Robertson kind of guys never spent much time in gis, so no gi was their kind of game. Submission wrestling styles.
Submission wrestling styles, that's the best kind.
It would be a massive feather in the cap here for young Carl Lundy to hang on with a guy like this and seal it for his team. I think Tal working on that Kimura on that side.
Carl just got to stay composed here.
Just on 30 seconds to go now. 30 seconds for Carl Lundy. Yeah, so Talbuga has it arm trapped.
And he's out of it.
Got to say, I'm very impressed with Carl Lundy here. He's put on a big performance.
He's done exceptionally well, and now he's ended up in the top position.
Yep. Good top half, good crossface there. Be a very relieving clapper there for Carl Lundy. And that's it. Team X50 have won this one.
Well done.
All set up at the front by Carl Fritzenkotter. One submission and then holding it out. Some great grappling there. Massive performance from Carl Lundy. Tion Gerber saved in the bank. They didn't need the captain tonight. Massive performance there by these guys. Well done. Big thank you to Proton for the sponsorship here tonight. Obviously Team X50 and Team X70. We've got the lovely X50 and X70 cars here on display today. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Proton Team X50, your victors tonight. We've got Sarah and Taran from Proton South Africa to hand over the trophy and the medals. Well done to Team X50. Tian, if I can have a word once you've got your trophy, please. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winning team from our quintet tonight. Team Proton X50. Tiana, if I can get you on this side. Not needed tonight, so strategy worked out perfectly.
Yeah, perfect. I'm so happy. I told him I feel like a proud father, and that's why they call me
Coach Beard. I got you. Yeah, happy days. This format is so popular. Long may it continue. But what makes it so special for you?
I think the most important part is you get to roll with new guys, you make new friends, you meet new people and you roll with them. There's nothing better.
Well done, Coach Beard. Fantastic performance and enjoy the victory.